Good afternoon, everyone. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Um, am I audible, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
See,
Yes,
somewhat,
ma'am.
I think everyone have seen the last lecture, last recorded lecture.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So there might be some disturbance due to the celebration of it 3 days. So please consider that one. Uh, that's why I started the lecture late. Some guests were coming to that. Okay. Now let us start with the thing that we stopped with the compact set. No, we are just checking some of the properties of a compact set. Okay. Now what we were discussing is prove or disprove intersection of two compact set is a compact set or not. Okay. Now let us start with that consideration. As it is a prove or disprove, no doubt we are going to prove that the intersection of two compact set is not a compact. Prove or disprove intersection of two compact set intersection of two compact set is compact set. Okay. Prove or disprove, that means we are going to prove it is not a compact. In the last lecture of, I think you have seen that recorded lecture in which we have proved the union of two compact set is compact set. We have taken two compact set and we have found A union B, and we have taken the open cover for A union B. Then we have found the finite set cover by considering the T which is less equal by M plus N, right? Suppose for A we require 5 open cover, and for B require 3 open covers. So combinedly we require 8 open covers to cover our A union B. Now let us see what will be the effect that if you are having the intersection of two compact set. Okay. So for that, first we will define one new topology set tau is equals to X union power set of X minus A B. ओके, पावर सेट ऑफ एक्स में से हमको सिर्फ ए और बी को एलिमिनेट करना है, राइट? सो एक्स इज सम सेट एंड to be a member of two, either you should be x or you should be the member of a power set of x minus ab. Power set of x minus ab means x may be some set, and from that you have to just subtract a and b, and given that x is a infinite set. Okay, have you understood the topology? So first we will prove that tau is a topology on X, because up to now we haven't seen this type of a topology. Okay, so to see first we will describe whether it is a topology or not. So that we have to prove the four property phi x both are member of tau. Then we have to prove a finite intersection and arbitrary union. Okay. So X is one infinite set. To be a member of a tau, you should be either a whole set X or you should be a member of power set of X minus AB. Okay, power set of X is known to you everyone, because power set of X is nothing but your topology tau in case of a discrete. But here instead of having a whole power set of X, we have taken the power set of X minus the two elements. Okay. So let us start with the first one. Let us assume that that means we have to prove that phi belongs to tau. How to prove phi belongs to tau? Whether phi is a member of a power set of x minus ab. Yes, everyone should respond me so that I can
Yes,
understand.
ma'am.
Uh, Power set of x means what? Set of all subsets of x. Instead of assuming the power set of x, we have assumed the power set of x minus ab. Okay, so phi is obvious member of power set of x, so hence it will be a member of a topology. Okay, so power set of x में क्या होता है? Suppose power set of x is written for x is equals to ab. So how to write power set of this x is phi x a b like this, right? So always phi is a member of a power set of x. So hence it is proved. Now let us consider x is member of tau. This is by definition of a topology. You can write the reason by definition of tau. Okay. Now let us go for the third consideration. What is there in the third one? In that case, we have collected A and B are any two members of tau. In the case 1, what we have to prove in the case 1, we have to prove that their intersection is also a member of 2, right? So why we have discussed the case 1 and 2? Because hello. See, in the case 1, we will discuss that either A is equal to X or B is equal to X. Okay. So either A is equal to X or B is equal to X. That means either of them is equal to X, because to be a member of tau, we have collected A and B are a member of tau. No, to be a member of tau, there are two possibilities. Either it is a whole set X or it is a member of power set of X minus AB. So out of them, we have considered either A is equal to X or B is equal to X. So what will be A intersection B? Can anyone tell me from this? Suppose I have considered that b is equal to x, either or no. So if we have considered b is equal to x, so what will be the intersection of this x with a is a, no? Because in the intersection we are taking the smaller member, no? If a and b both are subsets of x, right? No, both are members of tau. So what will be the intersection? X is larger set, so intersection of larger set with the smaller one is set a. Right, so obviously A is a member of tau, यहीं पे लिखा है हमने, so we can say that A is always a member of tau, which we have selected from our assumption. And similarly we can say if suppose A is equal to X, so what will be the intersection? X intersection with B is a B. B is already a member of tau, which we have selected. So hence in both the condition it is a member of tau, which means that A intersection B is a member of tau. Now let us go for the case 2. What is there in the case 2? We can consider A is not equal to X as well as B is not equal to X. So we will consider A and B both are not equal to X. If A and B both are not equal to X and they are member of tau. So what is the possibility? We have selected A and B are member of tau but both are not equal to X. Sorry friends for the disturbance. So what we were discussing is A is not equal to X and B is not equal to X. If A and B both are not equal to X, so what is the possibility? Both A and B will belongs to power set of X minus AB. Correct? So both will belongs to power set of X minus AB. Right? So what will be their intersection? Whether intersection will also be a member of power set of X minus AB. Yes, can anyone tell me this? Suppose power set of X is some set, and if suppose A and B both are members of power set of X, their intersection whether it will be a member of power set of X.
Yes, ma'am.
What about power set of X minus AB? In that case also whether the intersection will be a member of power set of X minus AB.
Yes, ma'am.
Instead of selecting capital X itself, we have selected capital X minus AB. So in both the cases, we can say that A intersection B will belongs to 2, because if it is belonging to our power set of X minus AB, ensures that it is a member of your topology 2. Okay. So we have proved about the finite intersection. Now let us prove about the arbitrary union. Now let us select A alpha belongs to 2 for all alpha belongs to the index set. Right. So to prove that, what is our aim to prove that? We have to prove that the union of those A lambdas belongs to 2. So in that case, we will consider the case 1 once again. Yes, can anyone tell me what will be the case 1? In a very similar way, we have proved for the intersection, we will collect some A lambda is equals to X for some lambda belongs to the index set. Okay, for some lambda which is a member of a index set. Then what will be the union of all the A lambdas if or all the A alphas or A lambdas, whatever it is. If lambda we have used, let us select A lambda 1 is equal to some X. So what will be the union of all A lambdas or A alpha if at least one of them is equal to X?
X.
X itself, because X is what? A universal set. If you are taking the union of all those A alphas, then this union will gives rise to X. So already X is a member of 2 from definition of 2. And hence we can say in this case 1, the union will be a member of a 2. Now let us go for the case 2. What is the case 2? We will select A lambda is not equal to X. A lambda is not equal to X for all lambda belongs to the index set. Right? So if we are selecting A lambda is not equal to X, so what will be the possibility for A lambda to be a member of 2? Because initially we have selected A lambdas from your topology 2. To be a member of 2, there are two possibilities. Either it should be X itself, right? Or it may be not equal to X means what? It may be a member of a power set of X minus AB. Right? So we can say that these A lambdas are now members of power set of X minus AB. Now hence the proof, because if all A lambdas are members of power set of X minus AB, obviously their union will be a member of power set of X minus AB. Don't assume
Yes,
this
ma'am.
X minus AB to be some another set. Let us select it to be power set of X1. So if all the members are taking, we have considered from power set of X1, obviously their union will be a member of a power set of X1. And hence we can say that in both the cases, union of A lambdas will be a member of a 2. Okay, so we can say that from 1 to 4, x2 is T space or topological space. Now let us go for the step 2. What is there in the step 2? We have to prove that A and B both are compact set, and we have to prove that their intersection is not a compact. Let me select some set A, which we will select in such a way that x minus A is a one set. We have to prove that A is compact set. To prove that A is a compact set. Okay, or we can say it is compact subset of a X. Okay, to prove any set to be a compact, we have to start with the assumption that it has some open cover. Let us select, say, O alpha be the family of the open cover for your A. Now, if it is a family of open cover for A, we have to find out one finite subcover for this, which implies that A is a compact set. Correct? Now, how to prove it has a finite subcover? Can I say B is a member of A? Yes. How we have written our topology to it is X union with power set of X minus AB. We are knowing only two elements A and B. So that's why I have constructed A with the X minus AB. So what will be B? B is obvious member of A because पूरे X में से सिर्फ A को eliminate करना है आपको अगर capital A consider करना है. So I can say that B is a member of A. So if B is a member of this set, obviously B is a member of their superset, that is B belongs to union of all O alphas. Okay. So out of all those O alphas, B can be a member of at least one set that I can denote it as O alpha naught. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So what will be B? Whether B belongs to your power set of X minus AB? Yes, can anyone tell me this statement? Is it correct or not?
No, ma'am.
Because we have constructed power set of X minus AB. Because B we have eliminated, so I can say that B is not a member of power set of X minus AB. Now how the O alpha naught we have selected, or all the O alphas are open sets, so obviously they are members of tau, right? And we have selected B from O alpha naught, and next thing we have considered O alpha naught is a member of a tau, right? So from these two facts and considering this statement, what you can ensure about O alpha naught? क्या होगा O alpha naught आपका? Right. First one we have considered O alpha naught belongs to tau. Right. So what are the possibilities to be a member of tau? Either X, or it should be a member of power set of X minus AB. If we are saying that B is not a member of power set of X minus AB, where it should belong?
X.
X itself. So obviously we can say that B is a member of X and O alpha naught is a member of tau, and in the O alpha naught also we have a B. So B is not a member of this set, so obviously we can say that this O alpha naught is equal to X itself. Okay, so hence we have found the finite subcover. Out of all those O alphas, we have selected one O alpha naught in such a way that this A is covered by O alpha naught, which is equal to X, and which is contained in union of all O alpha. Out of those O alphas, we have selected one of them in such a way that A is covered by finite number of a open set. Okay, this was an open cover and we have found the finite subcover. Why this is possible? Because of the element B. Because B is not an element of your power set of X minus AB. So hence it will be belonging to your capital X, which is our open set. Okay. Now let us go for showing that our set B is also open set. Now let us go for the step 3. What is the step 3? B is equals to X minus B is compact set. Prove that the set B is a compact set. So how to prove set B is a compact? Again, very similar way. What we have to do, instead of taking an element B, we have to take an element A from capital B, and first we have to consider B is covered by union of all. Some say as O alpha we have already used. You may say that U alpha, or you can use some another notation. Say U alpha are the open cover for covering our set B, or you can denote as O alpha also. And what is A? A is a member of B, which is an obvious consideration because B is constructed in such a way that X minus AB. होल यूनिवर्सल सेट X में से सिर्फ हमें B को सब्सट्रैक्ट करना है, B को एलिमिनेट करना है, and with the help of that we have constructed capital B. So A is obvious member of a B from the definition of your B, capital B. And hence, in the very similar way, now I can say that if A is a member of B, obviously A is a member of this union of all O alphas. And if A is a member of all the union of A alphas, O alpha, then what is a possibility? It will be member of at least one set, O alpha naught, right? And obviously A is not a member of power set of X minus AB because A को हमने eliminate किया है ना. So hence what is a possibility again? O alpha naught is equal to X, and hence A belongs to X, and we have considered that B is covered by X, which is contained in union of all O alpha. Okay. जैसे हमने last one prove किया है, in a very similar way we have to do. This instead of taking an element B, we have taken the element A. Have you understood?
Yes, ma'am.
So we have first considered that A and B are some sets. With the help of that, we have found that A and B both are compact set. Now what is our aim? Here the main part of the theorem come that we have to prove that the intersection of A and B is not a compact set. To prove that A intersection B is not a compact. Okay. So to prove that A intersection B is not a compact, we have to consider what is A intersection B first. What is A? X is X minus A intersection with X minus B. Okay, so I can take X here intersection with complement of A intersection with X intersection with complement of B. Okay, so X intersection with these terms. So intersection we can apply the associative law, distributive law, and we can take X intersection with A complement intersection with B complement. Correct? So what I can say is X intersection with A union B, it's a complement. So I can write this set as X minus A union B. Have you done this type of a union intersection properties in your 12th standard somewhere? 11th, 12th? Right? So with the help of this, I can say that A intersection B, whatever we have constructed, first we should know A intersection B, no? Then only we can prove that whether it is compact or not. Instead of writing union, I can write X minus simply AB. So first we will find out the open cover for A intersection B. Okay. What will be the open cover for A intersection B? As we are Not knowing what is x, no doubt we are knowing what is a intersection b, it is x minus ab, but at least we are not knowing what is x. So that's why I can write a intersection b as union of all singleton sets. Every set I can write it as in the form of union of all the singleton sets where all the elements x belongs to x minus ab. Okay. So for this set, can you find the finite subcover? Is it possible to find out finite subcover? क्योंकि हमें क्या दिया है x is infinite. Out of all the infinite sets, simply you have to subtract the two elements. Suppose x is set of natural number, and we have to just eliminate 1 and 2, and we have to start with 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. Okay. So how the natural number I have written, natural number can be written as a union of all the open set. Why I am writing singleton sets to be open set? Because we have know that the power set of x minus ab is a member of tau now. So that's why all the singleton sets will be obvious a member of tau. Correct ना?
Yes, ma'am.
x माइनस ए बी का पावर सेट ऑफ x में ये सभी सिंगलटन सेट होंगे ना. So every singleton set will be a member of a tau. So these singleton sets will be forming the open cover, right? So I can write the set of natural number as union of all natural number नहीं है ना, ये natural number minus 1 2. So I can write this as 3 union 4 union 5 and so on. So can you write this n minus 1 2 as the finite union of all the singleton sets?
No, ma'am.
Because set of natural number is a infinite set. इन्फाइनाइट सेट में से अगर आप 2 एलिमेंट्स या 100 एलिमेंट्स भी निकाल देते हो तो उसको फाइनाइट यूनियन में नहीं लिख सकते ना. So in the very similar way, from the infinite set S, I have simply subtracted A and B. No doubt your singleton sets are a member of power set of x minus AB, hence they are a member of a tau. So A intersection B now we have written as a union of all the singleton sets so that we have a open cover. But this open cover do not have any finite subcover. And if we are not able to find out a finite subcover for any open cover, so we can directly say that it is not a compact set. Okay. Any doubt for this one?
No, ma'am.
Starting with the first one, let us see what we have started. True or disprove that intersection of compact set is a compact. First, we have proved one topology tau with the help of our defined topology is equal to x union power set of x minus ab. Now, don't assume this to be x minus ab. It is looking like somewhat difficult one. You can assume this to be some power set of x1, and then you can assume. And by discussing the cases, we have proved that it is a topology. Then we have considered A is a one set x minus a, and we have proved it to be a compact set by taking element B from here A. And similarly, we have done for a set B, which is also a compact set. Now just we have to prove that the intersection is not a compact, and from this we can see that all the singleton sets form a open cover for intersection, but this union of all the singleton sets do not have a finite subcover. राइट. नेचुरल नंबर को हम फाइनाइट नंबर ऑफ सिंगलटन सेट्स के फॉर्म में नहीं लिख सकते. इन द वेरी सिमिलर वे n minus 1 2 cannot be written as a union of all the finite number of elements, and hence we can say that the intersection of compact set need not be a compact set. Okay. Yes, anyone have a doubt? Prove or disprove, subset of a compact set is a compact. Subset of compact set is compact. Okay, we have to prove that the subset of a compact set is compact. Okay, we have, if you remember, we have proved that closed subset of a compact set is a compact. So obviously, अगर closed subset है and compact set is a closed hereditary, so this is obviously a disproved statement. And for this one, the counter example is the last example, right? In which we have considered A intersection B. A intersection B is a subset of A, ना? आहे का subset A चा?
Yes, ma'am.
But here we have A is compact, right? A intersection B is a subset of A, but subset of a compact set need not be compact. अगर A intersection B closed होता तो हम directly from the last theorem we can say that closed subset of a compact set is compact. Okay, but simply if it is a subset of a compact set, it need not be a compact. You can assume that here A intersection B is a subset of A, but just now in the last theorem we have proved that A intersection B is not a compact and hence the proof. Okay, you can write the
Yes, ma'am.
remark. From the last lecture we have one remark that union of a compact set is compact but the intersection need not be compact. The next one we will show that, or I will give you the homework for you people. Fourth space. Okay, which we have done it for cofinite topology. Fourth space, सबको पता है ना? We have
Yes,
defined the
ma'am.
fourth space. A is a subset of X such that infinity is not a member of A. To be a member of topology, either infinity should not be a member of that set, or if suppose infinity is a member of that set, then A complement must be a finite. Okay, just like in the last lecture, we have proved that cofinite T space is a compact set. Okay, we have proved that cofinite T space is a compact set. In a very similar way, you have to prove that fourth space is a compact space. जैसे हमने कोफाइनाइट का प्रूफ लिखा था, एज इट इज प्रूफ लिखना है. सिंपली यू हैव टू चेंज द टोपोलॉजी. क्या किया था कोफाइनाइट को प्रूव करने के लिए हमने वी हैव रिटन एक्स एज अ यूनियन ऑफ ओ अल्फा विथ ओ अल्फा कॉम्प्लीमेंट, right? And hence o alpha we have written with the sum o alpha not if it is a member of 2 its complement is a finite. So finite we can consider ये finite होगा +1 that is n plus 1 will cover your x and hence fourth space is a compact set. आठवतंय का सगळ्यांना?
Yes, ma'am.
I will give you some of the remark for you people so that you can write down it somewhere in your notes so that it will be easier for your comparative study. Because for topology, either you can go for theory or MCQ exam. अगर आपको theory भी देना है तो आपको comparative study करना ही पड़ेगा, right? If you go back, अगर आप compact set यहाँ पर यहाँ का study कर रहे हो, right? You cannot remember what you have studied in the basic lectures, right? It is somewhat confusing, some of the properties. So that's why you should have a comparative study. Fourth space is a regular space. The next one is fourth space is a normal space. And fourth space is regular, T1 we have already proved. So regular plus T1 is T3 as well as fourth space is a T4. Okay, so hence these are what the things you can prove or you can see the proof of these theorem is available in the KP Gupta book. Okay, or in the notes of Shivaji University. Don't confuse with the notation. Because in every notes or in every recommended or reference book, you will find out some of the different notations. That's why in every lecture I am saying that The notation for closure is CL or A bar, or they will write it as closure itself, A interior or I of A, or it may be interior of A. The notation of topology, everything is having some different notation. So just be familiar with the notations. Go with the Shivaji University notes and just have a comparative study. Every time I am saying to do a comparative study, because for topology it is the only way to remember everything at a time. Because अगर आप एक टेबल बना के सभी प्रॉपर्टीज याद रखोगे तो इजी है. Otherwise you can start with the T1 space or T naught space, and if you come to compact space you cannot remember what are the characteristic properties of a T naught space. No doubt some of the students may have a good IQ, they can remember, but in general, for average student, you should have prepare one table for all the TI spaces, and then you can write their properties at same place, and you can आपका 2-3 घंटे का स्टडी आप सिर्फ आधे घंटे में कर सकते हो. Okay, and this is needed for this time for you people, because your exams are declared now and you are having very less time. I hope everyone is completing your all the syllabus or not, I don't know, but simply I will say best of luck for your studies. अगर studies आपके अच्छे होंगे तो definitely exam भी अच्छे होंगे.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let us stop the lecture, because in the next lecture we will start with some new